Oh, people weren't kidding about this new formula. Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm gonna be trying out a brand new eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. This was sent to me in PR and I just had to try it. This is the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I thought it was yucca for a second, but I realized yucca is the root, yucca is the plant after Googling it. So here we are. It's inspired by a plant. And the color story is so beautiful. First of all, here's the packaging, very interesting. The color story is just like this on the inside. Very green, very yellow, very earthy, very metallic as well. So here's what we're working with today. I am really excited. It's been a while since I've used greens and golds like this. It kind of reminds me of the gold palette, actually. Not like completely, it's different, but I used to use a lot more greens with that palette, so I'm excited to see how this one performs and like the kind of look I can make with it, because it's a little bit different than some of her other palettes that I'm really comfortable using, like the Glam palette, the Retro Glam palette, things like that. So this is one of her $69 eyeshadow palettes. This is the little paper that they sent with it. She also launched a Macro Tech Eye Crayon, which are each $24. Three really unique colors, like a neon yellow, which is kind of interesting. And then I will be trying some of her new shades of the I Need a Nude lip crayons. She launched like a new little round of new shades. So we'll try those too to complete the look, but this is mostly focused on the eyeshadow palette. So I'm mostly excited about the new formula. I guess there's a new formula in here. It's called the Sparkling Foiled formula. So I think there's three. I think this one at the top is sparkling foiled. I think this one is, and this one. And it just looks so pretty already. So let's go ahead and prime the eyes. I'm seriously at the very, very end of this. And I think I already told you guys in a previous video that I cannot find this anywhere. I feel like they're discontinuing this eyeshadow primer and it makes me really sad because it's my favorite. But I'm just gonna use it, and if you're following along, just prep your eyes however you prep them with whatever primer or concealer, whatever you do. I guess before I start putting these on the eyes, I'll swatch them on my arm so we can just get like a good feel for the entire palette color story. Okay, well, I already swatched the first color, which is one of those new formulas. I'm so excited. Okay, let me just get all these on my arm so we can kind of see the entire color story lined up next to each other in swatches. All right, I just finished swatching them all. I mean, this color story, once it's swatched, I can't wait. Like, it's even more wearable than it looks in the pan. So here we have all the shades lined up together. I'm gonna try to say these names, but I don't know if I will pronounce them right, so forgive me. We have the top row, which is Plantasia, Calathea. I'm not sure how to say this one, but it's the third shade in the top row. I really don't know how to pronounce that. Then we have Acacia, Camu Camu. The middle row is Tipu, Elysian, Valley, Citrine, and Ray. Then we've got the bottom row, which is Flax, Fuchsia, Maquia. I'm not sure how to say this one. Ixia, I'm not sure. And Willow. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put these on. Okay, as always, I'm just gonna start with a transition shade and then see where things take us. So I think I'm gonna start with this one, which is called Tipu. It's like a mustardy brown. Let's just start by applying this in the crease as our transition shade. And listen, I mean, there's some really cool like neon colors in here. We'll see if I end up dipping into them. I don't know. You guys know me, I love a good wearable look, but also, you know, I do like to play with color here and there. So I'm trying to decide which direction I should go with this look. I'm really drawn to the color Acacia up here. So I'm gonna take that one next. It's still kind of a lighter tone. This one's a little bit more green though. I kind of want to add that to like the outer edge of the eye to start to build up a little bit of dimension. Yeah, that's a really cool color. I'm just blending this out and up toward the brow, like the end of the brow. I'm liking how those two colors look together, so we're off to a good start. I'm gonna deepen things up a little bit more with the shade called Flax, which is the only like deep brown shade in the palette. So I'm gonna add just a bit more definition on the outer edge with this. I feel like I should just go for it and use the green shimmer. So this is Maquia. This is one of the new formulas. So I'm gonna take this on my fingertip and we're gonna start kind of towards the outer portion of the lid. I do want to use, oh my goodness, I forgot what I was saying because that's so pretty. Oh, people weren't kidding about this new formula. Oh man, that is so cute. Like the glitter, the dimension. I love that. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on this eye. I think what I was saying before is I'm gonna leave a little bit of inner eyelid space because I wanna try another shimmer, but I want this one to kind of be like the outer portion. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Do you see this? Is it picking up on camera? Sometimes I feel like the lights are almost so bright that you don't get to see like the dimension that you would see in more dim light. That is stunning. Okay, well, I can't decide which shimmer shade to go into next. Let's keep it green. I feel like, you know, I said I was gonna wear something more neutral, but this palette is very green. So we'll just go into the shade I cannot pronounce. And let's pop that on the very inner portion of the lid, blending it into that green shade on the outer part. These, holy smokes, this new formula is spectacular. It's so multi-dimensional. You get like almost a chrome base, but then there's flecks of glitter in it. So it's just insane. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Like seriously, even if this color story isn't for you, if you see this at Sephora, or I think it could be at Ulta's too, maybe just online some places, but if you see this, point is, if you see this in stores, swatch that formula just to see what I'm saying. Even if you don't like the color story, you have to like see what I'm saying about this dimension. That is so beautiful. Okay, now let's see. I guess we should try out one of these. So I've got the 3 shades. I think they match the colors in the palette. So we have Willow, which is the dark green, which I'll swatch right here. That's beautiful. These other 2 shades, I don't own any eyeliner colors quite like these, which is kind of interesting. We have like a macaroni and cheese color. Super cool, kind of mustardy yellow. This is called Fuchsia, I believe. Yeah, which matches the Fuchsia shade in the palette. The last one is super, super intense looking. This is like a highlighter basically. It's the shade Camu Camu, and again, matches the kind of bright yellow-green color in the palette. Whoa, yeah, this one's super bright. So we've got that one too. I'm immediately drawn to, of course, this dark green. So let's try that on like the outer edge of the eye. Okay, that is such a pretty color. It adds such pretty definition, but when you look up close, it's a really special dark green. I love that. I'm trying to decide because I feel like there's so many other colors in the palette, but sometimes too many colors can ruin a good thing. And I really love where things are at. I know this is like a little more simple than some looks you could probably create with this palette, but I think I'm gonna leave it. So let's do a little mascara on the top lashes. I've been really liking this mascara from Give, so I'm gonna use this again. I'm going back into the first shade I used, which is called Chipu, and I'm just kind of bringing that a little higher under the brow than where I had it originally. All right, now I'm gonna clean up any fallout underneath the eyes, and honestly, there's not too much, which is impressive considering how multi-dimensional that shimmer shade was. Most of like the glitter really stuck to the eyes, which is a plus. I'm just gonna quickly do my face makeup, then we'll finish up the lower lash line. So I'll be right back. Okay, I did a lot of my face makeup. If you're wondering what else I'm wearing, I'll have it linked down below. I did like bronzer, but not blush yet, because I kind of just want to see how the rest of the eye look finishes up. Woo, as I'm knocking everything over. Before I go into like blush and a lip color, of course. Should we try it? I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe trying it. Worst case scenario, I hate it, and I don't hate it. I like that. Wait, how wild is that to have like a yellow waterline? I've never done this before. Okay, it's a little bit different, a little unique. I feel like it looks funny right now because there's nothing on the lower lash line to kind of buff it out. Now I want to take the macaroni and cheese color. What's this? Fuchsia. And I kind of want to put this right under, so not in the waterline, but right underneath. And then I'm just going to kind of buff that out with a brush. We'll add some shadows after. I just kind of want to use these 2 eyeliners. I don't know. All right, let's go in with a little bit of citrine. I don't know. I feel like that might kind of look cool right on top of that eyeliner we just applied. So I'm going in with this kind of all over the lower lash line. And then I do feel like I want to bring in some of those colors we were using. So I'm going to take Acacia, which was that kind of greenish brown, and we're going to go on the very outer edge of the lower lash line with this. Just wanting to incorporate a few of those colors that we used on the top lid so it's nice and seamless. And then we're gonna go into Maquia, which was that shimmery green. I'm gonna pick this up on that same brush, but I need to spray it with some setting spray first. So I'm just gonna use my Lisa Eldridge Skin Mist to spritz that. That way there's like minimal fallout. So Now this one's gonna go in like the very center of the lower lash line. How spectacular does that look? Honestly though, so pretty. I'm gonna take that same brush while it's wet and dip into the shade I can't pronounce, but it's like the middle top row. And I'm gonna pop that the inner portion. And should we just put it in the inner corner maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna take it on my pinky and just pop it in the inner corner as well. I'm wanting to use a little bit of the Willow shade from the palette. So not the pencil, but this color. I just think like the lower lash line on the very outer edge might need a little grounding of some sort. And I feel like this blue would be kind of cute. Well, it's a blue-green, just on that very edge. I think it also kind of like showcases the yellow waterline a little better because it creates more contrast. I am actually, okay, so like I knew I was going to like this palette just because Natasha Denona is so creative and I really do get inspired by her palettes, but this is better than I thought it would be. And I had like high hopes for this. It's so pretty. We're gonna go ahead and do a bit of mascara on the lower lashes. I'm just gonna use that same exact Give Beauty mascara. And then in my last video, I tried out some false lashes. These are Ardell Naked Lashes in the style 420. I learned this from Danielle Makeup on TikTok, and she splits these in half and uses them as outer corner lashes, and I loved it how it looks so much that I want to use them again. This is actually the same pair that I used in my last video because I feel like I could use these a few times. Typically you can with lashes if you take care of them. So I'm just putting on some lash glue, and then I'm going to place these on the outer corner of each eye. I just think that's the most soft but like effective way to really enhance the outer corner of your lashes without looking overpowering. I'm obsessed. Okay, that yellow liner in the waterline is surprisingly more wearable than I thought it would be. It's definitely like a little bit of a bold choice if you're looking up close, but I think it adds something really fun to the look. So I'm gonna pick out a lip color and then we'll decide what blush to wear after that. Like I said, I wanna use one of these new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lip crayon colors. So I'm gonna try to choose one that like, ooh, look at this cool tone brown. Okay, that's the shade 3.5, Storm. And then when I said that, I wanna say like Storm, Stormy baby. Let's see, the other one that was kind of catching my eye was, I think, Leanne, which is 2.5. Let me swatch that one. Ooh, that's kind of like a cool tone pink. Honestly, I think both are beautiful. What if we use both? There's a thought. Okay, I'm totally gonna do that. So I'm gonna take Storm and I'm gonna go in with this color on like the edges of the lips. And then I'm gonna color the outer corners with that and then use my finger to kind of blend that out. And then I'm going to take that other shade, which is Leanne, I believe that's how you say it. And I'm going to fill in the center of the lips with this. So I'm kind of using it as lipstick a little, which it's drying down really fast. So I don't know if that was the best idea for me. My goodness, these dry down really, really fast. So you do have to work quickly. Okay, I feel like I need a little Makeup by Mario Erin lipstick. So I'm going to mesh that in the center. And I'm just going to let that sit for a second while I decide if I want a gloss or not. In the meantime, let's do some blush. I have this blush here from earlier, but I don't know. I think I need something a little more peach or maybe mauve. Maybe this one. This is MAC Sweet Enough. Let's try it. I'm just gonna apply this on the apples of the cheeks. Yeah, I think that matches the lip color really nicely, actually. I used this in my last video, but I'm gonna use it again because it's been sitting on my desk, the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I'm just gonna really let that melt into the skin. I'm gonna put a bit on the nose and a little on the Cupid's bow, a little above the brows as well. You know, I do feel like I want a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if I want like a full-on gloss, but I do feel like it needs something. I'm gonna take this Jaclyn Cosmetics lip oil in the shade Honey Drip. I'm gonna put a little on the back of my hand though, and just pick that up with my fingertip. And then I'm just gonna press that into the lips. All right, I'm assessing the situation and adding a little bit more of the Tipu shade higher up toward the brow. Sometimes when I like look further back, I feel like my shadow can go up a little higher. And then I'm gonna kind of match that same color along the lower lash line. I just really like how smoky this looks. So I'm gonna add a bit of that to the lower lash line too. I'm adding just a little more bronzer with whatever's left on the brush. And then I'm gonna set the face with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Ta-da! And then I'm gonna let that dry halfway before going in with my sponge again to just press the setting spray into the skin. I swear this makes the world of a difference. and how your makeup wears and looks. And then I'm just gonna use my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter to lock these brows in place. All right, you guys, so here is the final look using the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I have to say, I am surprised at how much I like this. I really was drawn to it when I first opened up the package and I really wanted to try it out. But now that it's on my eyes, especially these metallic colors, I mean, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. The colors are very fun, yet very wearable, which I love. I don't know, this is like a really fun way to play with color. To me, it's a very approachable color story still, but it makes you feel like it's something different. At least that's what it does for me. I don't own a lot of these colors in my personal collection. Some of you might, so in that case, you kind of just have to look at your own collection to see if it's like a need for you or not. If you've been interested in this though, I don't think you'll be disappointed because, I mean, I was interested, but now it's like, oh my gosh, especially the formula, whatever these 3 new ones are, I mean, it's so pretty. I can't even express to you how gorgeous this is. The eyeliners were really pretty as well. Also, the lip liners were really pretty as well. I do feel like they dried down really fast. So probably not the lip liners that I would use to like color in my lips like I did today, just because I didn't have the time to really fill in the lips and blend them out. But I really did like the colors. I loved that cool tone brown, so I'm excited about those. I'm excited to try the other shades as well. This is a palette that I could see myself using for summer. I definitely feel like it is very summery in a weird way. It's not like bright colors as far as like pastels or like anything super intense. It's very like earthy and muted, but still colorful, which I really like. But this moving into fall too would be really, really stunning. Couldn't you picture it with like a sweater? I probably wouldn't do a neon yellow in the fall. Not that there's rules around that, but like that's just me. So that's why I feel like it could work for summer and fall. I don't know. What do you guys think? I would love to hear in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed seeing me try this palette. It's definitely way prettier on the eyes than it is in the pans, and I thought they were pretty in the pans, so I'm thoroughly impressed. I love this size specifically of Natasha Denona's palettes. I really enjoy Natasha Denona's eyeshadow palettes, so this one's another win for me, honestly. It's really beautiful. It's like one of my favorite, more colorful palettes that she's launched in a while. It's very different than the ones I've been using recently, so I love that. But yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!